Hello everyone, it is I, Mark S.W. You join me at Foxlands Farm, which is in South Leicestershire, my home county. Now I've come here for a very special event. In fact, see all this traffic? All these people, they've come for the same event. You've even got people camping here as well. And no, it is not a rock festival, it's not some concert, something a little bit more interesting. And it's just over that bush over there. It's an event that's been going on since 2005. I've been to some of it, not all the events, and I haven't been able to do a video about it until now. Welcome, one and all, to the Victory Show. So, what is the Victory Show? Well, it's pretty obvious really. It's a Second World War event. It's a 3-day event and it's held usually around late August, early September, because that's when the war ended, September the 2nd, 1945. What does it have? Well, it has air displays, as you can hear the aeroplanes, displays of all these vintage vehicles. We've got jeeps, tanks, trucks, cannons, things like that, and battle reenactments, so you'll hear lots of guns going off, and there's also lots of displays of the weapons that each country used, and also lots of people dressing up in 1940s civilian and military clothing. So it's very educational. In fact, it happens on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So on Friday it's very good for school trips, so all the school children can come out here, learn what it was like in the 40s. And then the Saturday and Sunday they have the battles and the air display. So yeah, I'll take you around and show you what you can expect to see here. So like I mentioned, there's lots of jeeps and trucks, mainly American. I think that's because the Americans had the better toys. This is the reenactment backstage field. All the tanks and military vehicles will soon be rolling out onto the battlefield for the reenactment. In the meantime, we can just walk around, learn a bit about them. You've got some training going on. Got soldiers preparing. And there's a microlight in the air. Of course, because of rations and the shortage of stuff, this is one way they can get eggs. Although, from the lack of movement from this chicken, I don't think they'll get many eggs. This part is the airfield. This is where all the aeroplanes will take off and land. Here comes one. Got some mini traction engines here. Oh, so cute! It's like a baby Trevor. So on to the next field. More tanks, tents, jeeps and trucks. But mainly all down there is mainly trade stalls. So if you want to go down there for food and merch, that's the ideal spot. Now the field with the trading stalls and the food courts, this is very busy, so it's going to take time to get through this crowd. But if you can get to that white tent there, there's a lot of entertainment going on. So I think like dances and singing performances. It's worth having a look. Okay, it's lunchtime. This is what I'm having. A very long hot dog. And then later, it's the reenactment battle. And then the air show starts. So I'm going to hang around for those two. Now, what you're seeing is only a small reenactment battle between British and German soldiers in a forest. The reenactment I'm referring to is a lot different and much, much bigger. Now imagine this is France, June the 6th, 1944. German motorbikes have reported back from doing a reconnaissance. The Allies have invaded Normandy and are on their way. 2 lines of German trenches are set up ready to fight back. As their mortars and cannons open fire, the Allied troops storm the battlefield in 2 groups. One group from the north in half-track personnel carriers, the other group from the west on foot. The Germans use incendiary explosives to set the battlefield on fire, hoping that the smoke will give them some cover and that it will blind the Allied troops. As more guns are fired, it starts to look like that the Germans are winning. So it's time to bring in the heavy artillery. Allied tanks roll out onto the battlefield, while the troops in the personnel carriers are deployed and use them as shields as they advance forward. Smoke grenades are thrown into the first trenches, forcing the Germans to fall back to the second. With the first trenches neutralized, the Allies move forward and start attacking the second with rifles and machine guns. Finally, to avoid more bloodshed, the German officer gives the order to surrender and the second trenches are taken. There is now a path for the Allied troops to move forward as they continue the invasion of France. Now don't worry if you haven't been to this year's Victory Show, because all the battle reenactments are the same. They all tell the story of the Allies' invasion of Normandy. It may be the same one over and over again, but you have to applaud the people who reenact the battle, not just for entertainment, but as a reminder of what the Allies had to overcome in order to win. And with the battle over, the vehicles retreat from the battlefield, and for the rest of the Victory Show, it's onto the air display. I've had a great time at the Victory Show, but now it's trying to rain. My camera battery is almost dead, so I'm off home for dinner and for recharging. But don't go anywhere. Alright guys, I'm back home now. The sun has set. I've freshened up and I've had some supper and I'm ready for bed. It's been a great day, but also a tiring day. I also have a little souvenir with me. This target I shot at with airsoft guns. They sell them as well at the trade stalls, and you can do some target practice. So I used a pistol to hit this target. Quite a lot of success there. I think I got one right on the nose. Also, the trading stalls, they also sell some toy guns for the children. You know, the ones that light up and make laser noises. And they also sell like modern toys, cars mainly, and tanks, and a few of the vintage toys, like the dinky tanks that they used to make in the 60s. The stalls also sell things like clothes and helmets, household ornaments, some medals and knives. There are quite a lot of things to have a look at, really. The setup and the layout of the Victory Show is pretty much the same, so the same fields have the reenactors and the trading stalls and the airstrip and the battlefield as well. And the battlefield reenactment is pretty much the same, you know, as the Allies take on the Germans. The only thing that is different is the air show, which happens usually later in the day. That's different because they have different aeroplanes performing in the skies. They don't always have the same ones over the years. In fact, in 2012, they actually had the Vulcan bomber fly overhead, and I was lucky to get a photograph of that. But that's one of the reasons why I don't go to the Victory Show every year. It's one of those things where you sort of been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, but like I said, it's the air display that's more of a variety. You see different aircraft, depends on which ones are available and which ones are capable of travelling through the weather. And also that's a second reason why I don't go to the Victory Show every year. It's the weather. You don't want to go when it's raining, muddy. You want to go when it's nice and dry and sunny. You can get a ticket on the day of the Victory Show, but it costs £32 for a single adult, so it is quite expensive. If you book online in advance, it costs £25. But you want to wait till the last minute, because you want to check the weather to make sure it's going to be okay. Because if it's not going to be okay, then it's not really worth going, really. Like I said, you want to go on a nice day. But if you are interested in history, vintage vehicles, aviation and reenactments and learning about World War II, then the Victory Show is definitely for you. If you are sensitive to loud sounds, bring some headphones with you. Now, because I'm autistic, I would need headphones, but over the years I've sort of got used to it. I mean, there are a few bangs that still make me jump, but the more I've sort of attended, the more I sort of got used to the gunshots and the explosions. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this Victory Show video. If you have, then you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I next upload a video. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social sites, because I'll upload some of the photos I took of the Victory Show. And I'll also put the Victory Show's website in the description, so if you want to attend next year's show, then you'll have all the information there. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Over and out.